If you're going through a divorce right now, or you think one might be coming, stop. Before you do anything, before you hire anyone, before you sign anything, watch this video. Because the mistakes people make in the first few weeks of a divorce can cost them everything. I've seen people lose their retirement, their home, their savings, not because the law was against them, but because they didn't know what to do in time. Most of these mistakes are completely avoidable if you just know what steps to take early. Hey everyone, I'm Chris Ford, and today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to protect your assets in a divorce. This is one of the most important videos I've made, so make sure you watch until the end. And if you find this helpful, hit subscribe. Every week I break down real legal situations in plain English, so you always know your rights before you need them. Too many people find out how the law works only after it's already too late. Let's get into it. There are 5 steps I want to cover today, and every single one of them matters. Miss one, and it could cost you significantly. These aren't just general tips. These are the exact things I walk my own clients through at the beginning of a divorce. So pay attention, take notes if you need to, and let's start from the very beginning. Before anything else, you need a complete picture of your finances. And I mean everything. Bank accounts, retirement accounts, real estate, investments, business interests, even cryptocurrency. A lot of people are surprised to find out their spouse had accounts they didn't even know existed. Get copies of the last 3 years of tax returns, bank statements, and any loan documents. Save them somewhere your spouse doesn't have access to. Because in divorce court, you can only protect what you can prove exists. Do this quietly before any formal proceedings begin. Once divorce papers are filed, both sides are legally required to disclose all assets. But if money has already been moved or hidden by your spouse before that point, it becomes much harder to recover. Courts do have tools to deal with hidden assets, but it takes time and money. The earlier you start documenting everything, the stronger your position will be. Don't wait until things get heated. Start now, while you still have access. Not everything you own is automatically split 50-50, and this is where most people get confused. In the U.S., there are 2 types of property: marital property and separate property. Marital property is anything acquired during the marriage. Separate property is what you owned before the marriage, or received as a gift or inheritance, as long as it was kept completely separate. Here's the critical part. Separate property can lose its protection if you mix it with joint funds. If you inherited $50,000 and deposited it into a joint account, a court may treat it as marital property. Keep your separate assets in accounts solely in your name and never mix them with marital funds. The moment you know divorce is coming, open your own bank account in your name only, at a different bank if possible. Do not drain joint accounts. That will hurt you in court, and judges notice immediately. But start directing your paycheck to your own account going forward. Also, get your own credit card if you don't have one. Many people, especially those who weren't the primary earner, find themselves with no individual credit score after a divorce. That makes it hard to rent an apartment or qualify for a mortgage when you need it most. Start building your independent financial identity now, before the divorce is finalized. The house is usually the biggest asset, and honestly, the biggest source of bad decisions. A lot of people fight to keep it out of pure emotion. I understand that. But think carefully about the actual numbers. Can you afford the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and maintenance on a single income? A house that was comfortable for 2 incomes can become a financial trap for one. Sometimes the smarter move is to let go of the house and take a larger share of liquid assets or retirement accounts instead, things that actually grow and give you flexibility. If you do want to keep the house, there's something most people don't realize. You will need to refinance the mortgage in your name only. Your spouse cannot remain on the mortgage after the divorce, even if the divorce decree says the house is yours. The bank is not a party to your divorce agreement and doesn't care what a judge ordered. Until that mortgage is refinanced, your ex is still legally responsible for that loan, which creates ongoing problems for both of you. Before committing to the property, make sure you can qualify for refinancing on your income alone. Even if your divorce seems completely friendly right now, get legal representation. I've seen too many people skip this step because things felt civil at the start, and then walk away with a terrible agreement they're stuck with for years. Divorce agreements are legally binding contracts. Spousal support, retirement account division, debt responsibility. These things add up to enormous amounts of money over time. You need someone who understands family law, reviewing every document before you sign anything. Don't rely on what your spouse's attorney tells you. Get your own advocate. A one-time consultation with a family law attorney can cost a few $100s. A bad divorce settlement can cost you hundreds of thousands, or more if retirement accounts and real estate are involved. This is not the place to cut corners. Even if you're doing an uncontested divorce, have your own attorney review the final agreement before you sign. That single step can protect you from terms you didn't fully understand at the time. Divorce is hard enough emotionally. Don't make it harder financially. Know what you own, document everything early, protect your separate property, get your own accounts, think practically about the house, and get legal help before you sign anything. These 5 steps can make the difference between starting over strong or starting over from zero. If this video helped you, subscribe and leave your questions in the comments. I read every single one, and your question might become my next video. See you next week.